Hello all, and welcome to today's beer review, which I am going to dub the My It Is Voggy beer review. So there's very little trade winds. I have my window open because this is an old camera. I can't really turn it around to show you, but the sky looks almost like a lemon yellow right now. You can't really determine any blue or the clouds or anything because it's just this mass of haze. Um, so Volcano Kilauea is erupting on the Big Island, and that means it's pumping out a whole bunch of sulfur dioxide in the air right now. So my throat is burning, my eyes are burning. Um, what a what a what a wonderful day, you know. And it's so funny too. It's like the haze is so thick that literally just a block away, there's like this apartment building. I can see it, and there's haze in front of it. It's it's not pleasant, you know. I don't know how people on the Big Island, where the actual volcano is, stand it. Hey, oh, wow, interesting. Might close this up a little bit, just so I can get like a little bit too much light now. There we go. That's more manageable, I think. Yeah, yeah, that's a bit more manageable there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what are we reviewing today? We're reviewing another beer from Hana. This is called Tangled Vine. This is a sour style ale with strawberry and mango. So let's just go and read the back now, shall we? Tangled Twisted Tang. A delightful dance of flavors, Tangled Vine is a strawberry mango sour that weaves a perfect balance of sweetness and tang. Bursting with the juicy vibrancy of ripe strawberries and the tropical allure of mango, each sip delivers a refreshing tartness that will awaken your senses. The lush fruit notes are complemented by a subtle tangy zing, creating a crisp and irresistible finish. Get ready to savor the essence of a lush, sun-drenched orchard in orchard, 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 or not orchid, fruit orchard in every glass. I don't know why I struggled with that one so much over there. I just think my place is kind of dim or something. I can read this just fine if I shine like a light on it. Okay, 3 minutes in. Let's just go and pour this out already, especially before my sinuses start clogging up again. So this is 6.6 ABV, and it refers to itself on the description as, online description, as a mixed fermentation style ale. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Okay, so kind of a hazy orange yellow, very well carbonated, with a fizzy to frothy off-white head. So yeah, kind of got that wet stone there, but not as much as like a kettle sour. I definitely catch the strawberry more than the mango, but it just sort of blends into a sort of kind of overripe fruity kind of estery sort of smell. On top of that sort of wet rock. Not really expressing itself too well. I'm not sure why. Probably just the weather, really. It's kind of affecting my sense of smell. They're literally barbecuing like across the street, and I can barely smell it. So, but the beer reviews must go on. Okay, onto the palate now. Oh my, that's tart. Granted, it's been a while since I've had a sour, but this is a very sour. Okay, kind of get much more of that strawberry in the top note there. Along with that kind of that sweet tarts note. On the palate, however, you get a subtle mango flavor in the finish. Fairly thick mouthfeel for a sour. Oh no, it's starting to glow up again. Like I said, the primary element is the tartness there, and I think there is a higher than average sugar level there, just because that's what lends the thickness to the mouthfeel, but I can't really sense it. Kind of wish the fruit kind of showed up a little bit more, particularly the mango. The mango would probably help balance it because mango is not something I usually regard as tart. I know there are some varietals of mangoes that are tart, but the ones that most people have are kind of like the soft, kind of sweet ones. Yeah, there's definitely a brief hit of sweetness and kind of emerges like a ghost on the palate, kind of in the midst to finish. After some of that sourness sort of clears. Yeah, it's definitely emerging a lot more as it warms up. For that reason, I'm going to do the full fist grab, which is what I do when I want something to warm up. Yeah. Again, it's more the strawberry, and again, much more in the top note than on the palate. Probably should have let this one warm up a little bit more. I don't really let sours warm. But maybe this one could do with a bit of warming. Get more of that fruitiness out of it. It's just a really intense sour. I gotta admit today's not really the best day to be doing a review, and especially the best day to be doing something acidic, considering the air feels kind of acidic right now. Actually, it might be a little bit of palate shock. I have water here for this purpose. Let's do a soft reset. Yeah, still intensely tart, with just a very subtle fruitiness and subtle sweetness to it. Um, this was pretty costly. This was about 22 for the 4-pack of pints. Sours in general are expensive. Uh, for $22 for a 4-pack, I would think I would want a little bit more complexity going on, honestly. So while this is not offensive by any means, it's just a bit too one-dimensional for me to really say, yeah, this is a great sour. Um, it has the makings of some interesting notes there, but it is just overpowered by that tartness. It kind of eliminates the rest of the subtleties of it, which is kind of sad because that fruitiness, while sort of indistinct in the nose, uh, are showing up on the palate, and it's like if it was just amped up a little bit more, it would be nicer. But it is what it is. So um, if you like atomic sours, I mean, if you like super sour beer, yeah, this is definitely one to go for. But if you're looking for something with a bit more nuance, probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna try this on another day when I'm a bit more in the mood for it and see how it registers. But I kind of have a feeling, yeah, I'm going to find it kind of one note even then, if hitting the spot a little bit better. And that's Tangled Vine from Hana. And that is our beer review for this afternoon, folks. Cheers.